Hey everyone, some of you have asked about the difference between a general obligation bond and a revenue bond, and basically with respect to what falls off the general fund in the case of Las Vegas. Well, the standard is that a revenue bond is simply called that because it draws off a revenue stream. And in this instance, the revenue stream would be the hotel tax revenue that's planned to come by way of the stadium authorities financing legislation. But what a bond underwriter will do is say to you, as the person who is the issuer, in this case Clark County, will you offer the general fund as what's called a backstop? And a backstop, pure and simple, is a way of assuring that a bond is able to be paid for in the event the revenue stream falls off. Well, for example, let's say there is a terrorist attack, okay? And that will obviously cause a dramatic reduction in tourism to Las Vegas, which would impact, in turn, the hotel tax revenue. So then the fallback would have to be the general fund. Now, that is why I said it doesn't matter whether it's a revenue bond or a general obligation bond. A general obligation bond, by its nature, comes out of the general fund of, in this case, Clark County, all right? So now the stadium authority writing that, now the stadium authority having the ability to issue general obligation bonds does not mean the hotel tax bond is not a revenue bond. It is a revenue bond. So John Ralston was mixing apples and oranges when he pointed to the part of the proposed stadium legislation that says they are going to be able to float general obligation bonds. That does not negate the fact that the bond floated from the hotel tax revenue, if it does get that far, will be simply a revenue bond. That is industry standard. And the only way that it would not fall off of the general fund is if, like in the case of Texas, the state law says that the issuer cannot float a bond that comes off the general fund of the city or the county. So there you go. That's the way this floats out, okay?